Race Remix.
The University of Arizona brings art and music fans a long-awaited podcast about racial justice in the arts called Race Remix.
You're talking about social political issues or identity, politics, race. It's an easy move to grab a headline and throw it on a canvas or make a sculpture and talk about the trauma. But there's all these other emotions embedded in it. There's a lot of joy and pride. And that's what makes the Black or brown or indigenous experience so rich.
Join us as we navigate topics about cultural identities, industries, media, healthcare, justice systems, immigration, and an anti-racist approach to education and the arts.
So when you watch a movie, you're just relating to the story if it's being done correctly. And you're having an emotional experience and you're relating to the characters. And you're not really thinking about where they're from or whatever. You're just thinking about, wow, this is a family that's really going through it. And I have a family that's really gone through it. And people just identify in that way. And then that allows information to come in and to learn things.
Join us for a conversation and find out what is equity in the arts like now.
So Navajo is a codification of how Navajos do with language. And just the same way Black English is that kind of thing, or African American vernacular English. And so translanguaging for me really reflects that there are no boundaries between language, and speakers like me that are multilingual are using all of the structures and all of the vocabularies at one time.
Race Remix gives a platform to share what we know and what we have learned about abolition and the arts.
We should have access to music. However, you can't just come and rape and pillage this music either. You know, you need to know the history behind it. You need to know the culture, the context, the people that have made it important. And does that mean you have to write a dissertation? No, but there does have to be some sincerity and a distinct desire to learn and contribute to it for the greater good.
We strive to provide transformative space for learning opportunities.
Growing up, I did not have a Black community. You know, I was raised by white Irish immigrants. And so as an adult, my practice really revolved around trying to connect with that ancestry and that history.
In these conversations, we aim to build connections with compassion and co-conspiratorship.
That's part of the beauty of chamber music, is this collaborative moment. You come together, you look at each other, you communicate across the stands to each other and say, I got you, man. I got you.
We are so excited to share their stories and experience of racial justice in the arts.
When you design a typeface or where you choose a typeface, you can add that extra edge to it. Like you can tell a story through the form. And that just fascinates me, that endless sort of search to find the right voice for a particular text. It's like the graphic designer's role becomes interpretive in that way.
We are excited to invite you to the conversation, hear what you think, and connect with you as a listener.
Once we start to reckon with the fact that equity, justice, this is not charity work. This is not work that some groups are doing on behalf of others. I'm inviting you to this work to act selfishly for your own humanity, for your own well-being, to understand that you are connected to every other living thing on this planet.
Listen to our first podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and most podcast platforms worldwide.
Race Remix.